morning, pre-algebra. This is your flipped lesson for Thursday, December 1st. In class today, you watched a video about the distributive property. We're going to review that really quick. The distributive property strange things going on with my smartboard. I'm sorry for the pause. The distributive property. It says basically that I have to pass out candy to everybody in a row. If Mr. Lawrence is standing here, now you know why I teach math and not art. And let me see, I have some desks. Well, I know Mr. Lawrence gets smart. Don't just keep drawing. Clone. There we go. And I'll erase the Mr. Lawrence clone because there is only one Mr. Lawrence. All right. And I'll put these desks back here. Ah, there's part of a head left. Yikes. Okay, and then I put some lovely little students in here. I don't know, that kind of looks like Drew to me. Okay, and there's Kareem. And there's Mr. Bliss, Jeff Bliss that is. And I don't want to be sexist, there's Darian. Okay. I know they're not in the same class, but if I give candy out to Drew, yum. And I give candy out to Kareem, yum, yum. And I give candy out to Mr. Bliss, yummy, yummy. But I don't pass out candy to Darian. She's mad at me. She doesn't like me. And that's what the distributive property says. It says that you got to pass candy out to everybody in the row. What's the row? Well, the row looks like a quantity, like 2x minus 5. That's the row. The candy is the number in front. Maybe there's a 4 in front. The distributive property says I have to pass candy out to everybody in the row, which means I have to multiply everything inside the quantity, inside the parentheses, by the number in front of it. 4 times 2x is 8x. 4 times 5, negative 20, because there's a negative there. Notice I'm not solving for x in this case. We will do some examples where we do solve for x. All right, let's try this one. How about negative 3 times a quantity of 7x plus 4. Now I know Kendra will be good at this one because she knows her threes. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, 27, 30. Kendra's always singing that song. It's from Schoolhouse Rock. You can get on YouTube, since you might be on YouTube anyway. Look it up. Listen to the song. You'll know your multiplication facts by threes if you watch it a couple times. All right, I'm going to pass candy out to everybody in the room. My candy is the negative 3. I will multiply negative 3 times 7x, and I will multiply 4 times negative 3. So this one becomes, the first one becomes negative 21x, and the next one becomes minus 12, and there we go. It's that simple. I'm going to give you 3 practice problems. Pause the video, you try them, and then see if you got them right. Don't forget to pass candy out to everybody in the row. Okay, there are your 3 practice problems. Go ahead and pause, and when you're ready to see the answers, they will pop up. If you've unpaused, I can only assume you're ready to see the answers. All 3 answers are going to show up, so if you want to pause after each one, that's fine. This one will end up being negative 12x plus 30. The second one will equal negative 24 plus 20x. The third one, some of you go, I don't know how to multiply by fractions. What you just told me was you don't know how to take 1/2 of 8. I'll bet you know what 1/2 of 8 is. I'll bet you know that 1/2 of 8 is 4x. You just multiply by a fraction. Look at how amazing that is. Then, do you know what 1/2 of 5 is? Well, let's see here. If I had $5 and I was going to share it with you, I'm not. But if I was going to, which I'm not going to do, but if I were, which I won't, 1/2 of 5, I'd have to give you $2.50. So I could say it's $2.50, or I could say it's 2.5, or I could say it's 5/2. Any one of them would be fine. There we go. It's that simple. All right, let's try 1 or 2 in an equation and see how that works. Okay, in this equation, You cannot just simply add 6 to each side. Remember, I mentioned in class today that the parentheses there are mucking things up. This 3 needs to be dealt with before you can deal with that 6. That's not even really a 6. The distributive property will show you that that's not a 6. So let's go ahead and distribute. I will get 3 times 5x and 3 times negative 6. 3 times 5x is 15x minus 18. That is going to equal 12. Hey, look what I have, a 2-step equation. Well, I'll listen to Saddam. I'll undo the subtraction first, leaving me with 15x equal to 30. Now I have to undo the multiplication, so I'll divide by 15 on each side. 30 divided by 15, x is going to equal 2. If I plug that 2 into the original equation, I can check my answer. 3 times the quantity of 5 times 2 minus 6. I'll see if I get 12. If I get 12, I did this problem right. 3 times the quantity of 5 times 2 is 10 minus 6. If you're wondering why I didn't distribute here, I'm using the order of operations, affectionately known as PEMDAS. I'm doing inside the parentheses first, and inside the parentheses, I have to do the multiplication before the subtraction. So I get 3 times the quantity of 10 minus 6, which is 4, and 3 times 4 is 12. Gold star, Mr. Lawrence. Pat yourself on the back. You know what you're doing. Haha, it only took 14 years. Okay, just kidding. All right. Let's look at one more example, and then we will wrap things up for tonight. Okay, this one's a little bit longer, a little bit uglier. I'll tell you, the first thing I'm thinking about doing is getting rid of that 3. So it looks a little bit simpler. Saddam will tell me to undo that 3 by subtraction. It's added, I will subtract. When I do this, I end up with negative 2 times the quantity of 4x minus 5. Those cancel, and I'm left with 4. Next, I will distribute. It's time to distribute. Pass candy out to everybody in the row. Shoop, shoop. Don't leave anybody out. They'll be mad at you. All right, negative 8x plus 10. Why is it plus 10? Because it's a negative 2 times a negative 5. I said the word negative twice. All right, that's going to equal 4 because nothing happened on that side yet. Something will soon, though. All right, let me see. Ooh, I'm running out of room. That's not a good thing. All right. I'm going to subtract 10 from each side. Subtract 10, leaving my new equation. Now, I'm going to write the new equation on the next page because I'm out of room. So please don't get freaked out. The page is going to change, and I'm going to have negative 8x, and that is going to equal, oh no, I can't remember. I'll go back and look. That is going to equal negative 6. 4 minus 10. 10 minus 4 is 6, so 4 minus 10 is negative 6. All right, now the last step, I have to undo the multiplication. I'll divide by negative 8, divide by negative 8, and I will get, shoop, x will equal, those will cancel, 6/8, which will simplify to 3/4. So x equals 3/4, and I am done. You'll get some more practice with that tomorrow, Friday in class. All right. I guess that's it for today. Good job, pre-algebra. You guys are doing some pretty advanced stuff. Your teachers next year, with the way you're getting the stuff, are going to go, wow, what is going on with these kids from Edwards? Keep up the good work. I'm very proud of each one of you. And like I told 8th period yesterday, I care about all of you. I care about you in 7th period too. If I'm hard on you sometimes, it's out of love. Please understand that. All right, Mr. Lawrence signing off.